Perfect. There we go. Hey guys, what's going on? We are back with another episode of Mummy's Mask. This is episode 28. First time. It feels like returning in way too damn long. Way too damn long. I hope everybody is doing good. Hope everybody's looking forward to this because, well, it's been a minute. And first and foremost, I don't get to see these people enough. So thank you for all being available today. Even though I'll go ahead and get this out now. Next week we will not have a Mummy's Cast, but that's okay. I'm getting y'all this week.
Yeah, that's my fault. Just putting that out there. I got shit that I want to get done.
Look,
you guys can blame it on me, chat. It's cool.
Blame it on the rain.
Oh my god. Blame it. Oh, why? It's gonna be stuck in my head forever.
Because I gotta act like an adult all fucking day now.
Oh man.
You thought I was bad before.
Oh, I'm excited. Let the energy out. I'm for it. How about you, Ryu? How you doing, bud?
Blame it on Mark and me. Yeah, next week I'm gonna be like,
Ryu, good talk. Glad we had it.
Yep. What?
Sorry.
I asked you how you were doing. How are you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm doing.
You're good. Well, I mean,
Yep.
It's better than not, I suppose. So
Right.
That's a solid exchange. Blame it on Mark and me. I mean, I'm gonna blame it on PSO. All right, that's what I'm gonna blame it on. I'll blame it on that.
What you should blame it on.
Truth be told, I have never played. I've never played, and I've never seen anyone play PSO.
I don't even know what PSO stands for.
Phantasy Star Online, which is an original Dreamcast game that then had a sequel by the name of Phantasy Star Universe on the Xbox 360 that was horrible in the United States, but they're finally bringing this game after 8 years to the United States. Boom.
I'm guessing that you're a fan.
Yes.
It's all right. The next week I will be here, but the fact is that if my cat suddenly looks like Isabel from Animal Crossing, I give zero fucks.
Nah.
Right? And if the entire show is just me being like, and then you give me a hat and I'm like, and that's the entire, that's my character for the whole show. So
it's perfect.
Not sorry.
You want me to go play with Mark? Is it I'm guessing it's an
gonna be
MMO
free
of
to play.
sorts?
Right now it's gonna be only on the Xbox, but it will be PC soon. PC, Xbox crossplay.
I gotta wait then, man. I gotta wait it out. And I don't live that Xbox One life. The X-Bone.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's okay.
I had a foot stop just kind of laying around, so luckily enough I get to play it.
Cool. Well, I'm excited for you. I would much rather go into a game like that with someone that knows what they're doing than not. So color me excited.
I can use content about it too.
Neferbell with a doom gun. Oh no. It's good to see everybody here, guys. Welcome in. Thank you, Accomplice. I appreciate that. Yes, this is episode 28. So let's go ahead and start with a bit of shill, so that everybody is aware before we do our reminder, our catch up. So right out of the gate, everybody should know that this game is put into motion through the power of Pathfinder. The rules here are pretty much as simple. They are. In raw, they're very hard to follow. There's a lot to follow, but it's not too bad. I try to adhere to a bit more of a sense of realism at times, and rules are sort of meant to be broken in the favor of good storytelling. So I'm not going to push and poke and prod and make people suffer. More often than not, I am not going to try to kill them either. The game is trying to kill them. It wants to exhaust their resources and then punish them. It's not a storyteller versus the players. I'm on their side. I'm trying to help them as much as I can. But I have to stay true to the narrative. And I will. That being said, you guys can make a difference in this game. There's a lot that you guys can do to change the game. You can actually check. We have an out-of-game in-chat currency called reputation. And you can check your rep by typing an !rep. It will let you know how much you have. Just like that. There we go. And it's starting to funnel through. Perfect. On top of that, if you want to know how you can spend it, here's a link that's going to come through after I post the table. Take that table right there, and it will tell you how you can spend it. You guys can heal the individuals or the team up to a max of 3 times. If you choose so, you may also heal an enemy once. Just once. And that's per session. Additionally, on top of that, there are things that you can also put into the game. If you want to put in gear, curses, allies, enemies, magical equipment, mundane equipment, whatever, what have you, you can do all of those things. Can I heal the axe? No, you cannot heal the axe. No, you can't. Stop it. Stab it. Stab it. That's you've already gone too
All right,
far.
Peter.
Sir. You've already gone too far. So, what else can you do? Look down here, just below Game Master. You see all of these little dots. Those dots right there can be filled every time that there are 5 gift subs to stream.
Like that.
Just like that. Thank you so much, Phelan.
Bam.
Phelan showing right here exactly. We've got the Mr. Nalzarian, Wrath of Karma, Mad Dog Superior, and Jester. And this is how we obtain our luck rerolls. Courtesy of Phelan with that 5 gift subs. Every time you give 5, the players get a luck reroll. Each of them do. At any time, if they're unhappy with a roll, they can influence it.
Yes.
What are those?
Fear giving 5 right there. Valkyrie, Civvy, Leo, Tired Ewok, and Tevin Davis. You guys are officially subs. Welcome in.
Or right there.
And right there's Furus with
Hype train.
5, and you guys have created a luck. There you go. See, that's 3, right? That's 3 luck rerolls. Also, for every 10 that you give, while they have a max of 5, every 10 that you give, I get 1 that I can influence. I can influence just about any of them. And I can also have a max of 5, but it takes 50 gift subs. Very difficult to get, not something that happens that often, but it does once in a while. So, gift subs, rep. You can come on board if you want to get above the train and you feel like you need to get more rep than everybody else. Once a month, I give out huge amounts of reputation on my Patreon. Patreon is exactly how this stream stays alive. So if you want to keep this stream alive, keep the dream alive, keep the lights on, and the show continuing to move forward, that's how you do it right there. Thank you so much, Farmesius. That's 4 luck rerolls, and I'm not even out of my shill yet. High T Streaming, Accomplice, Kisa Prime, Double, and Dap. Goodness gracious. 2, that's right, 2 rolls for me, that's right. So there's that Patreon link, check it out. You also get super unique rewards. You can even get me as your tabletop storyteller, game master, DM, whatever have you, at some of the higher levels. You get shirts and everything else. So check it out, see what you think. Consider supporting at any level. Every level is valuable, and you'll get more rep the further that you go on, and all kinds of neat stuff. Plus, you're just keeping the show on. There we go. Chill is out. Now to the players. What happened last time
on Dragon Ball Z?
Ronan's leg is still just being rotting and disgusting. Meanwhile, we're like, yo, let's go talk to this crazy, well, not really crazy, but this very interesting lady has like a weird fetish for books or some shit. So,
is she a weird fetish lady?
I don't know. She just really likes information and things she don't know. But I'm gonna tell the story and I'm gonna stick with
Go
it.
for it.
And
Okay,
it's gonna be perfect.
Sure.
Don't
I
kink
got
shame.
you. I got you. I support that. Player's perspective. I got it. I dig it. What else you got? What is her name?
Terran Legaeus,
Terran?
Woman of the Mend.
Correct. Terran Legaeus, a leader on the Mend. She operates inside of the Mend. What exactly does she do? Information brokery is not exactly her primary title or job. You came about this courtesy of someone leading you there. So how did you discover this? Thank you so much, Houndmaster, for that 5. You guys got your max rerolls right there. There's 5 right out the gate.
Nice.
Can you remember what Terran Legaeus does? No ideas.
Nope.
Nah, I don't remember even a little bit.
Okay. All right. Perfect. You know that she works in the Mend. This is good. This is perfect. This has a lot to do with Ryu. That's exactly what I needed. For him to not know what's happening.
Yep.
This is going to be a good session. Yeah. I'm stoked. Perfect.
That's why we got all those rerolls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Our brain deadedness tonight will, if nothing else, it will be a great story.
yes. Yes.
That's the way I
I-
look at it when I'm like like this, mentally like drained and not sure what's going on, except for that I have a dog. That's all I know right now. I have a dog, and that his leg is like borderline gangrenous, and that we have to like get it taken care of, and that a dune sandworm almost ate me.
Yeah, that's I think that leads
That was
to
2 sessions ago.
my next question is, how did you find out about Terran Legaeus, and why is she going to save your leg again?
Because I gave up my last name to find that she was the person I need to go seek.
Well, I mean, technically you still have a last name, but it means a whole lot less now.
I thought we took away my last name because I don't remember it.
You just don't remember it.
I don't remember so good.
You don't remember so good. You traded a memory. Who did you trade the memory to?
The
Archivist.
The archivist.
The archivist. Yep.
Yes, the archivist, the one in the
Feels
second.
like a character in Cones of Dunshire. The archivist.
The archivist, yeah. He's an interesting cat. He bartered information. Nothing comes free, and he was very quick to barter information. Would either of you feel free to share that, or do you feel like that's not something you feel like your characters would immediately want to revisit? That would be either for Mr. Ryu.
Information that we received or what we had to give up.
Both.
I think my guy would. I think Ronan would disclose that pretty openly.
Okay. So out of game, what did Ronan lose, and what did he gain?
He gained a way to save his leg, and he lost the memory of his father, who was like this badass warrior and shit. It's kind of like a lineage type Dragon Ball Z moment.
Yeah, he was the pride. He was the pride of your goblin tribe. And while you had reason to believe that he was your father, I mean, at least as far as your memory recalled, there was no proof. It was pretty much just leaning on that. That was your active memory, that was your dad. What was the reason they believed that was your father?
Because of the I had the same eyes as him,
which was unique specifically to him. So it wasn't like some sort of sickness just changed his eye colors. It was just something that hereditarily was passed down. So that was pretty telling. Yeah. And what did you gain?
The information to go save my leg. So I'm supposed to talk to this lady, and she's going to be able to help us out if we disclose that we came from the Temple of Lamashtu and talk to him. Supposedly that connection would give us some type of way to convince her to help me out.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited to see how you guys spin this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Missy, you were the first to make a trade. What did you gain, and what did you lose?
Well, I lost a memory, my sweetest memory.
Your sweetest memory, yes.
Sweetest memory, not very specifically sweetest memory, not best or saddest, even though they cried, or happiest, but sweetest. And then I gained the knowledge of how to keep Ronan from dying.
Now, I parse a question. Specifically for this. If you didn't know that Ronan was going to die, that this issue from his leg may have led him to death, do you think that it was going to kill him, or do you think that he had reason to believe that it wasn't going to kill him, since he told him how to save his leg? Was it a historical thing where he just lost his leg and he lived through the event thereof, or do you think that he would have just let the sickness take him and he would have died?
Is that for everyone or just
yeah,
Misty?
that's for everybody.
Real talk, I wouldn't have even thought that Ronan was gonna die until we had some information that he was either gonna lose his leg, or that Misty actually knew that he was gonna die.
Well, I think that it was implied. Like, I don't think that I had, like, I'm pretty sure that I didn't like assume he was going to die. I want to say that the archivist said something that kind of made it sound like he was going to die, and I wanted to prevent that from happening. Like once it sounded like it was a probability or even a possibility, it became like barterable for me.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair assessment and assumption. Farm says, I think that he would have chopped his leg off before he let himself die. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah,
I do too. But in character, that wasn't even like, that's not even a thought, right? Like,
right. Okay, all right, sure. Then that's that sounds good. Then I'm curious. What did you gain for that? You lost the memory, your sweetest memory. What was your sweetest memory again?
It was when my mother died.
Yeah, when your mother died, and you gained specifically how to save Ronan, but at what cost? You said you would have to make a decision. One of them would live or die. Misty. One of them would live or die. Who would that be?
Between who? I apologize.
Between Ronan or whom? Who was the second person?
Oh, I don't remember that. It was Ronan or let me noodle it.
It was my other character.
Oh, that's right. Or Zanjifar. It was right.
Yeah.
It was basically, that's right, because it was like the tale of two Ryus.
Mm-hmm. He said that it would come at a cost.
One of them would die.
One would live and one would die. Would it be Ronan or Ugfley, the goblin, or would it be the prince's son, the Ruby Prince and his son? Yeah. Makes for an interesting tale. But that was a lot of that. There was a lot of reflection in the last episode, so I think we can take this here. You guys had made it back to the Tooth and Hookah. You briefly spoke with Farhan.
Mm-hmm.
You gained some information. Did you speak to anybody additionally? Or was it just go nap?
I'm pretty sure we talked to him. We had a discussion with him, I believe, about like our future, and like it was we got a little bit like we talked a little bit about, I think we sidestepped the whole thing with the bard, if I recall correctly. And then because I remember we went up to sleep because we had to redecide who was sleeping in what rooms and who was sleeping in what rooms.
Yes.
Like who had slept there before. I remember checking out the Burb's room and being rather disgusted because it was
we had already woken up when we were on our way to go to the Mend.
Yes.
We ran into the one guy that's looking for his daughter.
Yes, you did.
And we kind of like swept that under the rug, like, yeah, we're on it. Sort of.
Right. Jamara's dad.
Yep. Jamara's dad.
Yeah, Jamara's father. And that we told him that we were, basically like right on top of that, Rose.
Yeah, he wanted to know what the progress was of finding his daughter. And you were like, yeah, we were stuck in the desert in a temple of a god that was supposed to have been forgotten or since banished from the area. And he was like, okay, well, let's try to do that. I did bankroll you. And you were like, you did? He did? Did he? He did? Like, yeah. And that's when Donkor was like, oh yeah, he gave us a bunch of gems. A bag of them. About that. Yeah, we got money. We got money.
Yeah. We do got money.
It's true.
Well, I mean, my intelligence and wisdom are very low. I mean, I don't know why anyone's listening to me. Like, I look at that as like, I don't remember a whole lot, but let's go with it.
Right.
But I'm cutesy, believe me.
That's funny that you say that because they have appointed you the leader.
I know. You can't, no accounting for taste. But I mean, I do have really high charisma.
Yeah, you do.
So, I mean, there's that.
Charismatic. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And there were two other things that happened. You said that you'd stepped into Pilaka's room. Pilaka was gone. Farhan said that she had left. She packed up most of her things and she was gone. He said that the old woman, she had left. And you investigated. And yeah, that's pretty accurate. All that was really left was mostly feces and feathers. Maybe some blood. You don't think it's her blood, though. By a long shot. And the other person that you lost, Abasi. When you awoke, Abasi was gone.
Yeah, he
Didn't
turned to
we?
dust or something.
Yeah, like something. Like what? Wasn't he visited by someone? Like didn't Ronan see?
I had woken up in the middle of the night to hear or briefly see him talking to what we had believed was Akentepe. And they had shared a couple of words, and I forgot what the words were at this point. Then it was I am ready. That's what it was.
Yes.
He had said that I am ready, and then I had fell back asleep, and when he had woken back up, he was like, yo, what the hell is this dust? Like, who left these dust bunnies here, bro? And then I ran out. I was like, yo, there's dust bunnies in there. Yo, like, we got to figure out what happened. But first, we got to take care of Ronald's leg. Let's just go to the temple, and then let's figure out what the hell's going on, and then just be bouncing. And then you guys are like, but nah, man, we got to fight for the lady and the man because Ronan had this vision. Donkor was like, I don't give a fuck about your vision. Abasi's gone.
Oh, man. I wish I could teleport everyone immediately to like 2005 New York, because it would fit perfectly. It would be snapped perfectly. It's so good.
Oh my god.
The Mummy's Mask, 1995.
Hey, like one shot. Like that's what day of the week is April 1st? I'm just saying.
Fuck your vision. Listen, man. Like, we gotta go down to the fucking donut shop and say, fuck your donuts.
Oh my god, is that Elmo in Times Square real? Is that really Elmo? No, it's not. Never mind.
Perfect.
Oh my god, is that Mickey Mouse? Like, that would be like, there we go. There's our whole. Just do one shot it. Can we go see Hamilton? Oh wait, it's 2005. Fuck that. Sorry. I went too far.
Too far. Yeah. You're breaking my immersion, Misty. Damn it.
Sorry.
Back in 2005, Moving Out was still on Broadway.
Can we go see Moving Out? I'm a huge Billy fan.
Oh fuck, that's good.
I've actually seen that. That's why I know.
Was it good? I'm sorry.
It was fucking awesome.
Oh, okay. There you go. Good.
Perfect. No, not my immersion. I know, right?
So right as we talk about like Billy Joel in the middle of our Egyptian Egyptian-esque setting. So we were leaving to go to the Mend.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we that's where we were. We weren't going to
Yes.
sleep. We had like walked out. And I don't think that anything else happened after that. Although now I'm kind of feeling like we left on a cliffhanger. Because I remember being like, really, Bub? Really? But now I don't.
Was the cliffhanger Abasi leaving?
No,
Yeah.
the cliffhanger was us going there.
Was we were setting off on our way to the Mend.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. You were on your journey to the Mend. Perfect. Well,
All right, I guess I have no other choice but to follow you to the Mend.
well, you guys are lucky thus far. It looks like nobody wanted to use their wild magic, so that window is officially closed. So wild magic is not in this session, but it looks like they're probably just going to hate on Shackled City tomorrow. So perfect.
Not sad about it.
Not at all sad about it. All right. Perfect. Then you do just that. You take advantage of your early day. You have been rising and running with the game for days now, as early as you possibly can. You haven't really had much of an opportunity to really take a relaxing breath. Even when you were in the Temple of Lamashtu, tensions were high. I mean, you were, after all, in the Temple of the Demon Mother. You had just freed someone by the name of the Archivist, even if he just seemed like a swell fella. Not everything is as easy as it seems. So you take to the streets. How are you carrying Ronan, or is Ronan limping his way?
I think we put him in. No, we put him. Didn't we put him in my?
Oh,
on
you were
my back
swaddling
like a
him, weren't
baby
you?
Bjorn?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
So
like a
is
little
his
Yoda.
goblin head resting on my
Yeah.
shoulder, like from behind, like, or is he like backwards, like that dog that's all over TikTok that's just like?
it's
I need to know, because that's a Ronan decision. Like I.
Yeah.
put
I
him
want
on
to say that I'm facing forward. I don't really want to be backwards.
right, but
I'd
is your
throw
head?
up.
Is your head like? Did you do this, or are you doing one of these?
Are you asleep even?
I don't know. I would probably be drooling if I was asleep. I'd be drooling on your shoulder.
I'm okay with this. Let's go.
Okay.
I mean, it is rather comfortable. Maybe
Dobby Bjorn.
maybe a little warm, but
Did
comfortable.
someone say Bjork? No, sorry. Sorry.
Different.
Different Bjorn. Yeah.
Right, I was gonna say, does it look like a swan on my back?
Yeah.
I'm carrying, like, running in.
You guys tell me, what does it look like?
I can't.
It's on you. You gotta say what it looks like.
Basically, like a
No, but
big
it's you.
right, and you're in it. That's what I want to know. Like you, okay, so you're like forward on my shoulder, drooling, asleep or passed out, whichever. It's hard to tell.
Now, Neff, I have to ask, are you going to do anything to like cover his head at all? Or are you just going to have a limp and semi-snoring goblin laying on like your back and shoulder?
Yes, because it's adorable.
It's
I would
adorable.
probably
Like that.
have my hood up because I know that there's not many goblins in this area, and I don't really want to draw that much attention.
Yeah, goblins.
Even though like I'm in pain and injured, like I'm not dumb, and also like I'm not used to like all this sun.
Correct.
Hmm.
There's not sand goblins, man. That they stay in Western Golarion. This is a hot place.
I know he's alive though because he's drooling. Like,
Yes.
That's the good part about the drool is that
Yes.
it lets me know he's living. He's still on this mortal coil. He's
Still
not
a-
shuffled
A
off.
solid indicator. Yeah, that's perfect.
Right?
I'm,
It's
I'm,
like
I'm like the weight of a 2-year-old, so it wouldn't be too bad for you.
oh yeah, no. I mean, I wore both my kids a lot like that.
Aren't you like 45 pounds?
No, I'm only like 30 something.
Okay, even 45 pounds. My kiddo, like my 9-year-old,
Yeah, I'm 34.
my
Go ahead.
9-year-old was 45 pounds like last year, and I still was carrying her on my back everywhere.
Yeah, but I don't know too many 2-year-olds that are like 45 pounds. That would be a fucking girthy 2-year-old.
Well, I mean,
They have
he works out. He lifts.
a workout.
He lifts, bro.
Lifts, bro.
All right. Okay. So just that you've swallowed him to your back, as you notice that his hood is pulled. You don't really get too many stares. Gadfolk aren't that uncommon. Not that common, or excuse me, they're not that uncommon inside of Wati. While you don't find them everywhere, you occasionally do find them. They seem to be doing like various card tricks. They're like at times they're like street performers. They offer services because most of this is like the Gurundi people. The Gurundi people are trying to trade as much as they possibly can.
Someone is at the.
And that seems to be most of what you're catching a glimpse of. I'm assuming that Donkor is leading. Do you
Yeah,
take the
hold
lead?
on. Hiccups are killing me, but continue.
Okay, perfect. You take the lead. You're cutting through the early days traffic. The amount of people that seem to line the streets, it's not as plenty. Some of the recent turns of events have shaken the populace. You might think, back just immediately, there is various bits of black sand that now cover most of Wati. Additionally, the spire of Pharasma rose out of the ground, with lightning striking it. A woman stood atop it. All of this has happened since, well, the necropolis opened. So yeah, people are a little weary. Some of them have probably been stepping off to neighboring cities, which are very, very far away. Needless to say, you make your way to the Mend. It's not too hard to find. It's a short trip. You'll find your way off to the Mend. Where it wasn't popping before, it is here. The textiles industry is what carries this location. Wati moves due to its beautiful silks and the colors that it produces. This is the only place that you can find some of these radiant glows. So do you immediately seek out Terran Legaeus? Do you have a mission? Do you have anything that you want to pre-prep or anything like that?
More than likely, Donkor is on that mission to just seek out Terran Legaeus.
Mhm.
So he'd probably find someone who he might recognize to see if they can find Terran Legaeus. So in his mind, he'd try to go back to the woman that referred Terran Legaeus to them in the first place, the one who they went to the mask for. I just can't remember her name.
Okay.
Mm,
You wanted to see Terran Legaeus was the woman that you had met. You want to see the woman that operated inside of the Mend, correct?
Right.
mm,
You might have her name. If not, I have it right here in my book.
I do not.
Where are you at? Let's see. Her name.
We don't have it.
Okay. Now I've got to find it. Give me just a second. I've got to find this. This will bother me if I can't.
That's why it's bothering me, because like I remember because Terran Legaeus originally was the seer for this woman, and I'm like,
Ah, there it is. You'll want to write this down. Omen. It's Omen Kotem.
Omen Kotep. Oh, we do have this.
Omen
I just
Kotem.
wasn't sure.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, so go back to Omen Kotem.
Yes. She was the one that put you in line with Terran Legaeus. Terran was vastly interested in information, and so was Omen. That being said, you seek to her office immediately. It's not entirely hard to find. And with that, you've located the building. You notice that there's a lot of foot traffic. There's quite a few people that are seemingly passing their way through, some in noble garb, moving with protective guard, others that seem to be passing through carrying bits of scroll, tapestry, parchment, what have you. Each of them with a set goal in mind. You can tell they're focused. They're not even aware of their surroundings. They haven't stopped to look at the catfolk carrying the goblin on their back. Even with the hood up, there are some telltale signs. Do you immediately go to her office?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see to her office. You see to Omen Kotem, the one that seems to lead the textile industry in Wati. Let's find a different tune here. Something to carry this.
My roll 20 crashed. 1 sec.
Mm-hmm.
Let me turn up the music actually, so I can appreciate the ambiance.
When you find Omen Kotem, she's standing behind a desk, and she is speaking with another individual, a woman. They seem to be speaking about various bits of silk. She says, "We need reams of this. I will take 4,000 feet. Another says, that may be a bit much. Should we hold back?" She says, "No, we will parse and split in the radiance of colors. We have so much to offer the people, and this is an opportunity. Wati still grows." Her eyes fall upon you for a moment, and she pauses. She recognizes you, she believes. You can see the brow furrow briefly for a moment. Yes. Shamin, please give me a moment. The woman nods. She grabs a lighter stand, and she seems to vacate the premise. She steps through, giving you the room. I was
It's good to see
expecting
you.
more of you. Where they slain?
You mean the dwarf?
Yes, the Palmet.
Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, and quite unfortunately, we don't know why.
Perhaps the adventuring life is not all it's cracked up to be. He found a trade.
I would hope that he just left. But unfortunately, I don't think it's that simple.
I'm just snoring.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder and like touch the drool.
It you hear the, like, it pats down the hair several times, and you feel like as you begin to pull your hand away, it sort of strings from the shoulder. Do you?
I find that comforting.
Do you? Fuck off! No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh
He's
my God.
alive. He's alive. That's
Yeah.
my primary concern. Have you met my character?
Oh, all
Watch
right.
back mine right now.
Sure. Then you string the drool down. It snaps off about 9 or so inches away from his face, and her eyes train upon you, hearing this horrid, palpable slap of your fingertips over your shoulder.
Oh boy.
I'm not even going to ask.
And that would probably be for the best, because I wouldn't have a means to explain it. The reason we're here today is because we're looking for Terran Legaeus, the seer that you had appointed us before when we were going back to the necropolis. Unfortunately, she never joined us. My party made her quite uncomfortable.
Is something sleeping?
I'm awake.
Shh. You need your rest.
Okay.
I mean, you could talk if you want to. I don't want to tell you what to do. And I'll pat him on the head.
I just go back to sleep.
Well, Terran isn't due in for some time still. We are hoping to find information of one of the noble houses. They are being forced to make a very difficult decision, and we have to arrange terms specifically to coordinate with their desires. It might still be some time, but I believe it can be arranged if you are willing to wait. She should
How
still
long do
be
you
here.
think the wait might be?
No
'Cause
more than
unfortunately, we're a little bit sensitive on time.
it should be no more than a few hours, I believe. No more, as far as I can tell. What happens in the interim and interrupts Terran is what that befalls to her. I'm none the wiser.
Well then, Neferani, what say you? I have no problems with waiting, but I could have waited for Terran Legaeus on my own.
I'm trying to mentally, like, how long has it been? Like, trying to remember, like, we're on not a schedule, that's the wrong word for it, but when we have time limitations for how long he will stay well, right?
You know
is
that
there
his
any way- like,
situation
is there
worsens.
I'm sorry?
His situation does worsen. The reason that you decided to go with this swaddling method and carry him was because his body was like physically starting to emit a sweat that was beating up over his person, and you saw his eyes starting to sort of like not focus on anything. The attention was lurid and panning the room. It wasn't quite the same sharp Ronan that you knew from the beginning.
So, are we talking like what? I don't wish to be rude, but our friend and I kind of look over my shoulder at sleeping goblin on my back is in need of attention that Terran can provide.
I mean, you could always go to where she stays, but you may have difficulty entering. It is a private establishment. It's a noble home.
Well, I mean, that should be no different than anything that I've dealt with. Where is she staying?
Allow me to fetch someone to help you with this. Someone who can actually take you there. Who might have a better chance of getting you inside of the doors. I'm curious, though, are you still trying to prove the validity of the thing that you showed me last time?
I don't think we have to prove that anymore.
Why is that?
The spire is a cause of what we had told you. So the whole city will know soon enough. But that is information that we've not shared with anyone else.
So the spire raising from the necropolis, that was you.
In a manner of senses, it may have had something to do with something we've done.
Well, I mean, that's an assumption. But we one could draw that line because we did see her and we told you about that, and then she kind of showed back up, and so really, I mean, it's an assumption.
So what did you do then? What caused the spire to raise?
We didn't do it. Like
That's
it
the
just
part
happened.
that we don't know.
That's why I say we didn't do. I wanted to be clear that we didn't actually do anything actionable. That like we didn't press like a lever, or like even the wrong lever. Like there was no lever pressing that happened. None. No lever pressing that happened. Nothing that.
You remember the exploits that we had the last time that we came here with the mask? Well, to be completely honest, as a result of that, we don't know what happened afterwards. And all we know is that, well, the spire is a result of it in the first place. Only because of what we saw atop the spire.
But
Go on.
We
what-
saw the same thing you saw at the same time, and we didn't know it was coming.
Yes. Tell me what it is that you saw for verification. I want to make sure that my eyes weren't playing tricks upon me.
Well, a person standing on atop the spire has no tricks to play on anyone.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I saw. Well, your secret is, I suppose, safe with me.
It's as safe as it can be for someone who makes a living off of it.
That, no truer words have ever been spoken amidst these walls. But I'm afraid that there's not any value in something that people will not purchase here. It's not something that I'll levy for free. But who's going to come to me to ask about that? I doubt anyone. However, if I come into a windfall of money anytime soon and you happen to find out about it, it might just be because of this. Again, my many doubts. Let me call for someone. Give me an opportunity. I will at least allow me to have someone usher you to the private residence of this noble home.
Just before we do anything, I would love to know what noble home this is. Because it might be someone that I'm already familiar with. And if it's not, then I would love your assistance.
Yes, it is a noble home that some of you may be of familiarity to. Let me get that. It is... Man, I had this all written down. Let me check my notes. Right quick. My notes are scattered everywhere.
Sounds about right.
With this group, even getting down to the three of you at times, it can be a mess. But it's okay. Okay. It seems that I've misplaced this information. Even in my notes it's missing. But I'll have that in just a moment. Right there. Okay. House Pentheru.
Okay.
House
I think
Pentheru.
I don't think we've dealt with them yet, but... No,
Give me
I don't think
a-
I'm familiar with anyone in that house.
Give me a knowledge local, please. If you have it.
I should. Let me
What was the
pull
house
that.
again? I'm sorry.
House Pentheru. Pentheru. That's not super great. Would you like to use a luxury roll?
Nope, sticking with it.
You gonna okay. What about you, Misty?
The look on her face says, I should, but I don't.
She's mute. You're muted.
So now I use Zoom at work. By the way, this is the story of my fucking life now. You want to know what my day looks like at work? Talking to mute on Zoom. Okay, so let's see. Knowledge local.
Hey,
Could maybe.
That's not bad. That is not bad. You have at least heard of the name House Penthrew. Penthrew is one of the leading noble families in the city that operate within the textile trade. They bring a fair amount.
I just want to get the bad rolls out of the way.
They bring a fair amount. You're not going to have any knowledge of House Penthrew at all.
Oh, no. There was just to get a bad roll out of the way.
Yeah.
I didn't roll pregame.
Yeah, they operate within the confines of the Morning Sun district, I believe. Oh no, excuse me, Midwife. Midwife is a pretty lush area. So you have, if you look on your maps, you have found yourselves basically off and about here. I'll go ahead and pull everyone. And I'll even put this on the map channel. Okay. So, about right there.
Okay.
So with a stunning view of the necropolis.
That's where you guys are. Midwife is right. I just had it. I fucking lost it. Are you kidding me? How are you evading me? We've got it. It's right in here. Bam. Each of you get bold.
Where? Can you reping?
Yes, ma'am. It should pull everyone as well. Right in there.
So how long of a walk is that? About like 20 minutes?
It's not very long. Typically it's more difficult to actually get access into the area, largely because there are a significant amount of guards that patrol the area. Again, the nobles, they try to keep a clean shake between themselves and the market. The market is very hustle and bustle. The asp itself is notably busier than they care to deal with. So they
Isn't that near the temple?
say that again.
Isn't that near the temple?
The Temple of Pharasma?
Yes.
The Temple of Pharasma, which is the Grand Colosseum, or excuse me, the Grand Mausoleum, is... Yes, actually, the Grand Mausoleum is here.
That's what I thought.
It's that big ass right there. Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Cheers. So, with this information, you could head there immediately. Or you
Which
could
I think
obviously
that's
take your
what
time.
I would push to do that.
Okay.
I'm worried about little buddy.
She said again, it would be very difficult to get into the Nobles complex. It is protected, but she wouldn't have any problem calling for someone to sort of fetch you along, to draw you forward. It would be much easier, especially with them in company.
We definitely have time to wait if you would like to have someone assist us on our way. It would. I'm not familiar with them, and Neferani might be, but unfortunately, I don't think I can talk my way in.
I wouldn't try. That's not that you shouldn't necessarily. I can't tell you what to do one way or another. You are an adult. But there is a fierce amount of respect for what they've done for Wati. It is because of them that our economy thrives. I'm grateful to what they've done, what they have brought. Their knowledge, while hidden to most, has put many coin in my coffer.
Then it's definitely someone that I would make a good impression with, especially with having one of yours guide us there then.
Very well. I'll call for a guide. Please take a seat.
Gladly. Thank you.
So I'm gonna stand, but I'll move over like with Donkor to be like in a respectful way that
Sure.
says, sitting sounds nice, but I've got a 40-pound goblin on my back.
You could probably sit back and I wouldn't even wake up.
I know, but she's that's not our girl right there. She's pretty considerate.
Perfect.
Plus, it's no big deal. I'm a cat. All
Alright,
nimbly pimbly.
That's not working. Can you guys hear anything?
I hear you.
Perfect. Music's still broken.
Yeah, I
I
can't.
hear like a beep 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 beep,
Oh,
and
there
that's
it
coming
is.
from roll 20.
I just heard the music just started for me.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that beep is coming from.
But I'm not the
I-
only one hearing that, right?
Okay, yeah.
I don't
I
hear
heard
it.
it like the whole time.
Yeah, and I thought it was just me because nobody else was saying anything. I was like, oh, I'll fucking figure that out later.
But I didn't hear it the whole time.
I definitely hear it. I'm sorry. It's
okay.
been bugging me, but
It's okay.
Is
I don't. Do you hear it anymore? I
just
don't.
quiet now.
Yeah, it's just quiet now.
I
don't know.
think I don't hear it, but you know how you get like a ringing in your ear and it's
Yes.
yeah.
you think it's there, but it's not there.
Yes.
Maybe it was roll 20 because I had roll 20 low. That would make sense why I couldn't hear it and y'all could.
I have surround sound headphones and I hear it still, but hey, whatever, it's quieter.
Yeah.
So let
Okay.
us continue.
She exits the office, giving you some time to speak to yourselves, if you'd like. It appears that she's going to personally fetch someone, at least to put the word out to get you to this noble's house.
Well, that was nice of her. Excuse me. Oh, we have not slept very much. I need more sleep. But that was very nice of her.
That was. I was surprised she was so willing to work with us. And I only hope that no, for some reason I have a strange feeling in my gut, but I'm sure that's just me.
What's your strange feeling? Like we should talk about that because your gut's pretty good. I mean, I trust it.
Well, I just don't think that. She said there's a problem with another family, and the only other family that I can think of, that would have problems with anyone, for any matter, would be a house that I also don't know. And there's many of the houses that I don't care to know. So, if that's the case, either all of them are probably dangerous in some way.
Well, I mean, what hasn't been dangerous in some way?
Yeah,
Right.
well, I'd rather deal with the pook than some of these houses, since, well, let's be honest, the pook deals with them.
Ryu, you can interject at any time as well. You don't have to be asleep.
Oh no, I'm 100% asleep.
Okay.
I'm just I mean, like if I'm in a lot of pain and I'm just waiting for us to find who we're finding, I'm just gonna be completely out.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Then you wait. Were there any more words shared between the two of you while Ronan sleeps?
And Donkor's probably just trying to, like, recall all of the people that he's worked with, because for the longest time he's not really cared to remember names, mainly faces.
Correct. And you've worked with many people. Some that are less than excited to work with you, alongside you. Others that are still operating against their behest. But you never try to get away on people. You never try to run with their money. You've always offered a fair deal. Even if they don't particularly like whom you might be working with. And that's a big thing. Politics is huge in this city, in this economy. If you're working with someone that they don't like, that's like bad blood to them. And you pretty much operate with everyone. It's garnered you a certain reputation. While some respect it, others aren't particularly fans.
Especially in the market. And a lot of what we had spoke about before, a lot of people don't like the fact that I work with, I think we named him Cade.
Yes. Cade he's a sticky lot. He's loud, quite robust, very forward, and incredibly stubborn. But he's loyal. He's incredibly loyal.
Loyal is good.
Yeah.
Time passes. First 10 minutes, 15, then 20. And she returns. She seems to be speaking with someone. A man neither you have seen before, at least that you can immediately recall. And when she enters into the room, she says, "This will be your guide." He is operating within the confines of the royal family. He has, not the royal family, excuse me, the noble family. He has come from Western Galarian, and he brings important trade specifically to them.
Oh God.
And I'm going to let Ronan describe this man.
How did I know?
She says that his name is Decay.
I had a feeling in my gut. I was like, came back with a man. Very dark clothing, hooded, golden trim amongst like everything that he wears. Very handsome man, small beard, very tan, and a scar across his left cheek that looks kind of like a cross, sort of. And he wears a red belt with the same symbol that you guys saw on, like his belt buckle is the same symbol that we saw on a bossie's chest piece that it was marked with.
He looks
and
to you.
And two sabers on his back.
He rests his hands on his hips. Is he from Western Galarian, or is he from the Sands? Ryu.
Oh, is he from Western Galarian?
Is he from where you're from?
Yeah, I would say he's from there.
Okay.
But he travels a lot, so you can see that his face is kind of weathered from traveling to different continents and whatnot.
You see that he has a bit of a warrior's gait in his step. Maybe it's just cockiness, confidence. It rings across many levels. You can both pick it up immediately. He sees you, and he nods to Omen. And you hear him speak to you in the tongue that you're so used to, but there is a bit of a dialect, a hang on the terms. And why exactly am I carting these two to the noble house? Omen says, consider it a personal favor. They're valuable to me. They've offered something unique that not many can. Perspective. Silence. And an open air. He kind of looks to each of you, sort of sizing you up to see what you might mean by that. And it's not something that's so obvious on the surface. All right. Well, pack your things. We'll be heading out.
No, I already have my things with me, so I'm ready to go. How about you, Neferani?
I'll do a drool check, and then
Still,
I'm ready.
Still quite moist.
All right, I'm ready to go.
At this
Moist
point,
check complete.
the man, he introduces himself. He's, my name is Decay. You can call me D, or you don't have to call me anything. As far as it matters, I'm just to guide you there. Don't get lost. Follow the gold trim. And please, and at this point he looks specifically to you, Donkor, please, from experience, don't say or make a move on the nobleman's daughter. As beautiful as she is, he will have your balls.
I have seen plenty of pretty people across my day, and good to know that I don't think I'd be making a move on anyone, but I appreciate the favor. Information is quite, well, I guess it's necessary in a lot of cases.
Yes, it is. I too have seen many things, and it is only in Wati that I have seen a doorway decorated in human testicles.
Oh, I've not seen that yet. That'd be interesting.
Each of her previous suitors. Recommendation, advice, take it as you will. You don't have to take it at all. But if you appreciate not being a eunuch, you won't say much.
I have no intentions of doing anything that might hurt my business. I'm a merchant, and
Good.
I'm sure that there's a lot to be gained from keeping my balls.
I see you. I see you. We're seeing eye to eye. Perfect. And not that I think that he's, or that she has a thing for or against, catfolk. But I suppose it applies to you as well. Ma'am, I didn't get your names, by the way.
I'm Donkor.
Okay. And
Can I roll to see if I remember this dude's name? Since I like little buddy. Like,
yeah, I
has
think
he
it's
told us this dude's name before?
I think
Mhm.
yeah, he has.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
Many
Can I
times.
it's gonna be a memory
I-
test.
Wisdom?
Yep.
Not wisdom.
It's gonna be wisdom. Yep.
All right.
Do you re-roll? Not gonna be super hard, but you're still gonna need more than a 6. I set your DC at 12.
I'll re-roll.
Okay.
No clue. My name's Neferani.
All right.
I'm
Perfect.
sweating.
Great. Well, Neff and Donkey,
Let me
MD.
let me see.
Let's go.
Alexa. No, wrong thing. I can't find my dice. I'm trying to decide if I introduce little buddy or not.
Oh no.
Right? Well, because if I don't remember who he is. Right?
Oh shit.
I gotta pee.
Let's see. Let's go.
Oh, great.
Perfect.
This is going to go well.
It could have already gone poorly. Be glad that we got 14 and not 4.
Perfect. I love the way this is going so far. And I am also with Mark on this one. I too have to run to the bathroom. I'm 4 water bottles deep in the last hour. So we'll be right back. We're going to take a brief break. Like 3 to 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. And things are about to get juicy. So yeah, we'll see you in
Oh
just
boy.
a second.
We're back.